million viewers. Very tight community here. Smoke some green. Love this recycler. Alright, ranked squad. Squad, first person. Squad. Alright. Shit. Motherfucker. What the hell? I almost dropped my controller. I have a bad habit of putting my controller on my lap. On my leg, really. And then I'm holding the bong in one hand. That's weird. I don't understand how. I just felt water. That was weird. That was really weird. I don't get it. That's weird, because if it was to come through the top, there'd be obviously water. Or a liquid. Water. And if it went through the head, there'd be... the weed be wet. That's weird. That was weird. It's like a ghost on water, I mean. That was weird. Oh man. Tell you what, I wish I had some more friends. I'd love to talk about UFC. I don't know what else, but I love things like UFC. I love theories, real theories, or either way. I mean, what do you call universal truth? But yeah, it remains a theory in the sense of public opinion. What the fuck is that? How's it? You know, is that even a theory now? Is that even a theory? Reality? Either way, how about interesting, debatable slash hot slash sacred topics? That'd be nice. That'd be very nice. Yeah, UFC 250. Sean O'Malley, overrated, hyped bomb. Fights low-level talent. It's a disgrace. Jermaine Sterling. Man, that guy came out. Whew. His feet are so quick. Wow. Very, very wide stance. And that guy just hops like a bunny, though. Incredible. Incredible. Cody Garbrandt. Not really an impressive fight. Not really an impressive comeback or a layoff. But that knockout, whew, man. Risky. He almost actually went back to his old self, really, because Raphael just barely missed that hook. That hook just barely missed his chin. And if that connects flush, man, who knows what would have happened. But good, you know, good job on Garbrandt. Time that shit. Precision. Cracked him, knocked him the fuck out. Brutal. That's a brutal KO. Main event. Actually, before I get into that, The way Cody Garbrandt leaned up against the cage. Huh. What do you think he's gonna do and go? I mean, he could push off of it, and what, he can go left or right. You really think or he could burst forward? But the way he's sitting, and the way his hands on the cage holding it, it's silly. I don't know why you want to just either just step back or just burst in, fly knee him in the body, maybe just feint. I don't know. You could play it a lot of ways, I guess. Time it, head kick him. Good luck with that one, though. You need some fucking freak ass fucking ability to see someone going down. I mean, it happens accidentally and purposely. Someone lean one's way, mine just clicks, boom. Can happen. Main event: Felicia Spencer versus Amanda Nunes. So that was rough to watch in the sense of boring, lack of talent. But tell you what, though, that Felicia Spencer girl, though, give her credit. You know, to keep pushing, to never give up, to keep wanting to fight and not give up. That's impressive. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who it is. That's impressive to do. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, how many times did you want to keep going if someone more or less was beating you up? And you practically had very little chance of succeeding. Most people would quit very, very quickly. Or they would give up. Or give up on themselves. Probably after a few bad attempts. And then maybe later in the day or a few days later you'd be like, alright, I'll go back to it. But there ain't that there. It's either you want to go or you don't go, right then and there. That's amazing. It's amazing. You know, she fought arguably the hardest hitting 145-pound female champion in the UFC, at least. Could be worldwide too. Amanda Nunes, though, I think Amanda Nunes is very overrated. I think I think the reality of the UFC and the women's divisions, they lack massive talent. There's only a few studs compared to men, and I think one of the reasons is because women's fighting is fairly new in a sense of, you know, mainstream. So, you know, now you got little girls or children, whatever you want to call people. You know, people, humans, these little females, 10 years old, 12 years old, and probably even prior, you know, training already. You know, and those are going to be the next, you know, Valentino Slavenkos and so forth. Hopefully it comes, because honestly, I think, you know, females are not as explosive and strong for the most part, naturally, organically. Um, you know, they're very flexible, and they can be very quick. I would love to see them in the ground games and just a better fluid stand up slash just all around, really, everything. You know, from the stand up to the grappling to the ground game. You know, see it all. I think it'd be, you know, it's almost like when you watch like the little 135-pound guy scrap or the 125s. You know, they're so quick, they're so fast, they're so flexible, and they can, you know, they can move in ways that obviously guys like John Jones can. Obviously, they don't hit as hard either, though. It's kind of a sense when obviously you weigh 205 pounds versus 135 pounds. But it's kind of more entertaining though in ways. Or can be, it can be. But the fight can be more entertaining. Fight is a fight though. If it's a fight. That main event was not a fight though. I was bummed out that was a main event, to be honest. I really was. Yeah, it really was. They needed some. I think that should have been a co-main event personally. Amanda Nunez and that Spencer chick should have been a main or co-main event. Not even sure who the main event should have been, but no way if that should have been main event. No way. For that price tag, no way. Especially during, even Dana White mentions it, during a pandemic, riots, protesting, and they have the nerve to sell it for $60+. 5 fights on a main card. It's crazy. Just like this bullshit. This is what now? What, 10 minutes almost practically? Waiting for a match in ranked first person? This is ridiculous. In my opinion, this is the only game mode that should even, I mean, in the sense of the competitiveness, that hardcore factor that PUBG's always been, or supposed to be. Like, that third person mode should be only in custom match. That is it, in my opinion. In my opinion, just first person. It's kind of funny, like on PC, first person, you know, that's the main mode, or was the main mode, or it seemed like it was. Where on console, it seemed like it was kind of more third person. Or that's at least that's my perception. I could be wrong, but that's the way it looked like to me. And either way, in my opinion, this game is way more exciting to play in first person. It really is. There's certain things in third person that I like, you know, like the car and the driving the car. But other than that, the main the main thing should be first person, no doubt about it. It's definitely more interesting. Oh man, this looks like this is not gonna happen, so I'm not waiting that long. 50 minutes? What? What? 50 fucking minutes? Are you what? That's insane. That is insane. Oops. The hell? No, that's fine. Oops. I'm just doing dumb shit. I don't know. I'm kind of debating what I want to play. Ranked or it's not even really that. It's more or less, do I want to play first person or do I want to play squad third person? Fuck. I wish. I want to see something real quick. it's I don't know why people donate to loot on this. That's baloney. That guy's such a low PS. POS. What's so aggravating about this game is like only people want to play is third person. It's the only game mode people want to play. What a bummer. It's kind of funny. Game mode select. Why would you even have, like when I think about this, why would you even have this? It makes no sense. You can't click anything else. The fuck are you gonna do? You know, like if I wanted to, well, it doesn't matter what game mode, or whether it's first person or solo, duo, squad, one man, random map. No shit, random map. Because what else can I click? Why not just eliminate that and then just more or less pick this, or how about, you know, you could do the same thing. You want solo, duo, squad, one man squad, and do you want that in third person or first person? And then obviously it's if the random map is forced, so why even have that? I mean, it's great I get to see the maps in a sense of the possible looks of it, but and you really don't even get a look for it, because the reality is, this is like one. I mean, of course, this is practically what they look like, but man, these are kind of some really weak designs, though. They really are. Some of it is, and some of it's not. Like the Cosmodrome, that's kind of sick, no doubt. But even like in Sandhawk, like what's so great about that? Like, there's nothing great about that design. Same with this Kraken map, or whatever the hell it's called. Same with Miramar as well. Even the original map's alright. It's just too separated. It just don't make sense. None of the maps make sense. Just like me. Like, why? I feel like they just had people make individual areas, and then they just like fucking threw it on this canvas, more or less, and alright, there you go. There's no, it doesn't feel like an actual world, or an area of a world. Not to me, I don't. Like, I mean, this is just my perception, but when I played Mafia 3, I felt like I was where I was supposed to be, in a sense, and the world felt real in a sense, or more authentic. It had an authenticity to it. How about that? No, it just, I mean, everything combined made it feel that way. That's why. But that's kind of my point. Is there's nothing in these games. Even all of the like there's no story in this game. What the fuck was this? Like, what were they even doing in the first like those videos that were coming out? What was that? I mean, maybe I'm missing the part since I haven't played this game in so long, since my Xbox, but you know, it more or less is like what some madman went on. Like, it don't even make sense. Some madman took over some land on Miramar, and some fucking CIA agent more or less killed him. I mean, I don't get it. Or imagine if they made these games about this theory, or I'll make up a theory. They made these games, um, um, more or less, they took over the land. Think about it. That's why all the houses are vacant. Nothing's there. Everything's left. You know, you know, everything's still standing and looks like it's still standing, but nothing. Societies or civilization ceases to exist. What if they captured everybody? And that's why there's 100 people on a plane. Because who's flying this plane? Who could even afford a plane? More or less, they round up 100 prisoners of these of the whole. You know, everyone in the world more or less gets captured, or else all the average people. And they played this sick game where, and it helped depopulate too, almost like the Hunger Games. Almost like the Hunger Games. Stuff like that. They board them up on the planes. They drop them off, or you get to choose your drop off, but obviously in a selected area, a controlled area. And the one person, well, at least in solo, the one person who survives out of the 100 gets to be free. And it's kind of like the movie The Condemned too. The Condemned has like the same scenario, and that kind of makes me wonder. Could just be phony baloney, but it makes me wonder. That's for sure. Or it doesn't. It makes me think. It just makes me think and ponder. Really, that's just really. It makes me just ponder. I won't even take it into account, but it makes me ponder. You know. Now, why all of a sudden this genre, one free for all, existed for how long? Huh. Makes me wonder, really does. You know, everybody against everybody for survival. There's not even a reason. Except the why not? You know, why not? Why don't these people unite? If anything, you know, in these games, why everyone kills each other? How come no one unites and tries to take out whoever put them in there? Wouldn't that be smarter? Then everybody gets to live. Then you get to build even better shit, do better shit. How the hell are you gonna go to the bar with somebody and drink and talk about stuff? Everyone's dead. The only people that would want to even communicate would be those fucking assholes. Who, if anything, probably want you dead. Oh, I gotta play $80. What? Huh. This makes me wonder, because there's no stories in these games, and it makes me wonder. It really does. It kind of aggravates me, honestly. It doesn't aggravate me like that, but it's like there's no reason to it. There's just nothing on it. It's just these people loading in a plane going over an area and they get dropped off. Same thing with Call of Duty. Same thing with Realm Royale. Fortnite. Except it's it's a boss, but still. Like what the heck? Huh. It makes me wonder that you have these scenarios occurring. It makes me wonder.